Oh, the suspense. Oh, the suspense.
Yeah, it should be golden,
Usually
mate.
about 10 seconds behind. Yeah, we good?
I would imagine so, mate.
Yeah? Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I believe we are now live. It's 7 o'clock. Not quite on the dot, but we wanted to make sure everything was working. This is episode 21 of Sundays with Craven, the live podcast where we always have a good old chinwag. And today, ladies and gentlemen, I am joined once again by the producer, Diaxus, and also very special guest, friend of mine, Scottish Bullion collector. How are you, Alan, firstly?
All good, mate. Thanks for the invite. It's nice to be back.
Yeah, thank you very much. I love your backdrop, by the way. That's really nice. I love all of the poker chips. There's some nice shiny silver, which we will talk about today. And I love what you've done there with the light and the letters you put on there. That's really nice, mate. So thank you for doing that.
Hey, you're welcome.
And of course, Diaxus, the producer, we had some last second technical snags, but we got over the line, mate. You're brilliant at what you do. Thanks for coming back on. How are you?
Yeah, not too bad, mate. Good to be back.
Yeah, and same to you, mate. Your backdrop is really, really nice. And for me, guys in the audience, I can see there's 32 of you. Thank you so much. Wow, 32, and we've just started. That really is amazing. Thanks so much for your support. You guys get to see my face. So before we get into the conversation, I'm very conscious. I know that when I'm on this chair, it's slightly broken. I sort of go back and forth. So I'm trying really hard to not be like this. I've noticed I've been doing it. So I'm trying my best. But I do want to say hello. I've got this spare phone. And who is in the chat? Who's come? Let's go up a little bit and see. So we have got Working Class Stacks, Joker's Wild, BBA, Queen Nessie, Steel City Stacker, who did put a comment in about the football, but I won't mention it. We won't talk about that today. But it was a good day for some football fans. 365 Days of Silver, the godfather of stacking, in my opinion. Thank you so much for joining, my friend. We have Ian Atterbury, the sniper. Diaxus in the chat. He's everywhere. He's on the live. He's in the chat. Nerd UK. We've got Benson's. We got Vilnius Bounty. Shiny Silver. Silver Punk is in here. Who just put the word late. I know. I'm really sorry, mate, but we are here. That's all that matters. Bjorn 10. We've also got Local Green Reaper. We've got Silver Stag Stacker, Creative Precious Metals. Andy, thank you so much for joining, my friend. Brits and Sobs is in the house. We have a star-studded audience today. Wow. Silver Foggy, thanks for joining. Baron Vamsky, always here. Thank you, brother. We've also got Crispy.B. Thank you for joining. Electric Bloke. Who else have we got? There's loads of you guys. If I've missed anyone, I'm really sorry. Sour Money Stacking. Thank you for joining. That's all I can see for now. But guys, 36, thank you so much. If you haven't already, do me a big favor. Hit the like button. It really does help. And in return, I assure you, we've got a little bit of a juicy giveaway later. You just have to stick around, be in the chat, and follow the producer Diaxus's instructions of what special phrase you need to put at a random point amongst this stream. It could be any time. It could be now. It could be in 5 minutes. And it could be right at the end. But you have to be in it to win it, so stick around. Right, enough of me waffling. Alan, I'm going to start with you, and I'm going to ask Diaxus the same question. I'm not going to go straight into the metal. I want to ask a question, because when I had Cy the Soundman on it, he mentioned this was a really good question to sort of start things off. And I didn't give you a heads up on this, so I am sorry.
Mm-hmm.
But Alan, Scottish Bullion collector, my friend, what is the meaning of life?
The meaning of life is protecting you and yours, ensuring you have a legacy to pass on to the next generation. And metals is my legacy.
I love that. Do you know what? Fair play. Fair play, because that's a really hard question, and you answered that very quickly and very precisely. And I think, you know, if you are stacking long term with no intention to sell, as something, as you know, your incentive is to leave that to pass on. I think that's a fantastic legacy. So great answer. Diaxus, I gave you the advantage of coming to you second. So you've had a little bit of a chance to think. What's the meaning of life, mate?
To be fair, mate, I answered this in my pod a few weeks back when I was the special guest. So yeah, I'm gonna stick to my word, mate. It's literally just like love and family, mate. That's the meaning of life. If you ain't got that, you ain't got
Absolutely.
anything.
Yeah, absolutely. I like to ask that question. We are, of course, here, guys, to talk about all the shiny things, what the market's doing. It's gone crazy. We're going to talk about it, but it's good to start off somewhere and ask these more general questions. Feel free to put a comment in. If you think you know the exact meaning of life, everyone will have a different opinion. That's why it's great. Feel free to drop a comment. And don't forget, we're going to go through some questions and different things, but there will be a specific designated segment just for you guys, which we will go and basically just focus on the chat. So if you have any burning questions or something you'd like to ask me or the two special guests, please put that in during then. But we will keep coming back to the chat. So, Alan,
Yes, man.
you are a fairly seasoned stacker. For those that are in the audience that maybe aren't aware of who you are, obviously your channel, Scottish Bullion Collector. I know you as Alan. Guys, if you haven't checked him out, go and check out Scottish Bullion Collector on YouTube. You started a channel fairly recently, didn't you, mate?
Very recently, yeah.
Yeah, but you didn't start stacking recently. You've been stacking for what, nearly 10 years?
2019 really is when I started.
Okay, so what's that, six-ish years?
Yeah, 6 past.
Yeah, and things have changed a lot since then. I only started in April and things have changed a lot. But, you know, there's a big conversation at the moment about maybe a market squeeze, all these premiums, silver selling at ridiculously high prices. You know, it hit over £40 an ounce the other day. Where was silver? We'll start with silver. Where was silver when you started in stacking? What were you paying for an ounce in 2019?
I think it was around 12 to 13 pounds an ounce. I'm not 100% sure because I didn't keep notes. But
Yeah.
the first ounce that I'm not going to say bought, I won was on 2019 Britannia that I won on a Thunderball competition that cost me £1.
Oh, that's pretty good value if you ask me.
So there's only 14 numbers, so I guess an ounce was less than £14.
Yeah. I mean, you know, you say there 14, 15 pounds, whatever that may be, but at the moment, guys, I was looking around on the internet and I haven't been buying much at all over the last couple of weeks. But places, you know, main dealers, some of them are selling out of stock at prices that are like 55, 60 pounds. It's crazy. I want to get to that point. What do you guys think? Let's ask the question, both of you. What do you think about the price of silver right now?
Go on, Diaxus.
Absolutely crazy, mate. It's running away with itself.
Yeah. And, you know, Diaxus, you started a few years ago, didn't you? You haven't been stacking as long as
about a year and a half.
right?
No, about 16 months or so, roughly.
Yeah, and there's been quite a change in that time. But, Alan, for you, mate, I'd like to ask what you think of the price now compared to in 2019 where you could buy a Britannia for 16, 17 quid, you know, whatever it was. And now if you go online to buy one from some of the trusted dealers, you could be paying upwards of 50, 55 pounds. What do you think about
that? I think it's absolutely ridiculous, the premiums that these dealers are charging for non-premium silver. These are I'm going to call them bog standard coins. They're Britannias, they're American Eagles, they're Krugans, Noah's Arks. They're all national
generic
coins.
bullion. Yeah.
They're not anything special. They're not a one-off. They're not a limited mintage. It's ridiculous to be charging almost £12 of a premium on a generic item is really, really just mind-blowing. It really is boggling.
Yeah, and look, it's one thing, guys, and guys in the audience here, a lot of you will have been stacking for longer than me, and you will have seen different surges in the market, different dips. But it's one thing that the price of silver, I haven't checked exactly what it is when the market stopped today. I'm guessing, is it just below 40 or has it gone up again? Does anyone know that?
I haven't looked, mate. I tend not to look at the weekends.
Like I said, I haven't kept for days, mate.
Yeah, I've not been paying as much attention because, like I say, I've not been buying as much recently. But it's one thing, the spot price going up. Cy the Soundman recently made a fantastic video. It was sort of a polite rant, which I felt was very justified. And it's very important to people who are new to stacking, who maybe don't understand premiums and you know what goes into that price, to have a think about, because yes, there's this market squeeze, and there's a lot of demand that they're selling more than what's coming in stock in most cases, and the dispatches are just delayed by so much. If you buy something, you might not see it for 2 weeks. But if the spot price is say 38, 39 pounds, why are dealers, main dealers, I won't say which, because it's irrelevant. It's here, there, and everywhere. But why are they selling these for such massive premiums? Like, £20 in, okay, add the tax on, but still, it's a huge premium. Is that just because they can? Is that fair? Is it right? What are your thoughts on it at the moment? And has all of this affected both of your approaches to buying?
I'm going to say it has to a certain degree, mate. I've kind of been quite lucky that I've got a backlog of parcels. So
yes, you
some
do.
of the stuff from a few weeks ago is like already broken even, whereas like the first stuff I bought took over 12 months to break even.
Yeah,
But,
just quickly, £38.91. Thank you, Bo. And 365 said 38, he thinks it closed. Yeah, so just below 40, £38.91 spot. Add your tax on if it's brand new, and the premiums, these are selling for nearly £60. But yeah, as you were, mate.
But yeah, no, it's a lot. Personally, I've kind of been trying to diversify as much as possible. So I've got my fingers in a few different things. So I'm trying to like spread a bit of my money over here and there. And while it's expensive, I'm just going to like hang fire for a little bit and hope that it comes down. I genuinely don't think it will, but if it comes down, then I'll get back into buying again.
Yeah, and I've been having this conversation a lot with a lot of people about, it's one thing talking about what's happening. It's another thinking what's going to happen. Alan, I'm curious to hear for you. I know you've been stacking for a lot longer than me, so you've seen lots of different prices. Has this current market affected your approach to buying precious metals, specifically silver for this part of the conversation? And if it has, how and what do you think the future holds? Do you think there'll be a correction? Do you think it's going to steady off? Do you think it's going to drop? What do you think is going to happen, mate?
Yes, it has affected my buying of silver. I haven't bought an ounce of 3/9 or 4/9 silver for 3 or 4 weeks now.
Yeah.
Is it going to level off?
That's the question, right?
I think we're not going to see a correction like we did in the 80s or 2008. I don't think that's going to happen because these are completely unprecedented circumstances. I think it's going to maybe settle out around 45 to 50 by the end of the year, and then it's going to take off again.
I'm going to say long term it goes up regardless, doesn't it? If you zoom out on the chart, like in 5-10 years, it's going to be way higher than what it is today, anyways.
It's going to be 3 figures.
I think it's just the fact that within like the space of 3 or 4 weeks, it jumped up so much, and that's why everyone's kind of like cold feet, just thinking, "Hold on a minute, let me kind of reevaluate."
Yeah. Well, I sent a photo to Craven the other night. It was a purchase I made in June, 29th of June. I paid £29 for 1 ounce Liberties. So less than 4 months, we are now crazily.
You pay double that.
Oh yeah, you'll pay double that. If you're going to pay that, then you've only got yourself to look out for. You need to take a step back. You need to think. We're not financial advisors. This is just my guess as to how things are going to go. But for second-hand bullion dealers, you can take the tax right out of it because they're not charging tax.
Only on the profit, right?
Only, well, if they've reached that threshold, yes.
Where
was it? So they're charging 50 to 52 to 55 pounds for a Britannia right now without paying tax, without paying VAT.
Which is like I was saying, and I think Sai put this out in the video he made recently. If you haven't watched that, I recommend going over to Sai, the Salman's channel, and watching it. Because it's eye-opening, especially if you're new to stacking. What's the need for a 12, 13, 14 pounds? Some are even more premium. It's crazy. But something you said there, Alan, which resonated with me as a fairly new stacker with a long-term goal. I don't, and I said this in previous conversations and on this live previous episodes, I don't fear the prices. I have taken a step back. I am looking to see what happens. I'm trying to stay away from the whole fear of missing out, the FOMO, which we're all aware of. Um, and I do think you're absolutely right. I think in 5 years we'll be looking back and thinking, well, this was actually still a good time to buy. Once again, guys, none of us are financial advisors. We're just all stackers with opinions and thoughts, and we love talking about this topic, but we're not financial advisors, and none of this is meant as financial advice. So please don't take it as so. Make sure you do your own research. And a way that I find out a lot of information through like-minded people is through the Stackers Social Discord group. It is free, and it's amazing. There's over 2,000 people in there that share their information. You've got sellers in there, you've got stackers, new, seasoned, you've got traders, you've got pourers. There's a bit for everyone in there, and the link is always in the description if you haven't joined already. I recommend doing that. It's a great place to keep your eye on what's going on. And you guys are both within Stackers Social. Diaxus, you're part of the moderation team. And would you think it's definitely a great place if you're a new stacker to get support and the added information that you might not get if you take on this journey by yourself?
Yeah, well, obviously you got all the other members that you can kind of use their years of knowledge to kind of lead you in the right direction. But then obviously more importantly, you got the marketplace. So instead of going direct through a middleman, you can kind of go direct to source and then pick up a few bits off of people within the community.
Yeah, absolutely. That I got asked, I think it was on my TikTok. I do have a TikTok, guys, if you didn't know. I started using that. I'm not very good at it, but if you have a TikTok, you can check me out on there. I do post on there occasionally, but I had a few comments from people who had seen some of my recent posts, and they're asking, where's the best place to like buy in the UK right now? And I'll never say a specific best place to buy, but it's always worth mentioning that within Stacker Social, there is a marketplace. And look, there's some really great deals in there. And as for the sellers, there's regular trusted sellers with sellers' feedback pages, and you can get yourself a great deal. I think a lot of it, Alan, I know you like to keep your eye on the marketplace. You like to pick up a good deal. Do you think sometimes it's about timing as well? Someone posts something. I think 365, excuse me, one of the founders, he literally saw someone post something, a piece of silver, and it was sold within less than 1 minute, because that's how crazy the market is right now. Did you see that?
That was 10 Britannias for £52 each. Yeah, saw that yesterday.
10 Britannias, £52 each, sold out on the Stacker Social Marketplace within a minute. However, if you're looking elsewhere, you might pay more for that, or they could be sold out.
One little addendum to that, Craven, is they were 2026 Britannias.
The brand new Britannias.
Yes, so they're not the most easily found right now.
No, good point to make. And when we're talking about prices of £60 for an ounce of silver, 52, it's cheaper than at least 60, but we'll have to see what happens. Guys in the chat, I'm going to take 5 minutes to have a look at what you're saying. Really interested in your thoughts. Sorry if I've missed any comments. I was just, enjoying that conversation. What are your thoughts right now?
I'm going to say
what are people doing? Great price.
Very important point there, mate. There's a bit of questioning going into your beard whether it's actually real or fake.
Where's that come from? Right, let's have a look.
I think it's dyed.
Yeah, put silver aside. Let's talk about the important stuff. Obviously, guys, is my beard real? Who's asked that?
I was going to say it was Silverpunk 365. There's a few. To be fair, give him his due. 365 did say the beard's looking on point. And then everyone else started jumping in saying it's fake, it's not real. Poundland beard.
Gee, I would have said that was a nerd question.
Oh, Poundland beard, that's a new one. Sai says, thank you for the shout out. A video I didn't want to make, to be honest. No, and I think sometimes you don't always want to voice your opinions. You don't want to seem like you're, saying anything bad about anyone or a company, but I think you said, and I stand by this because I said this to you yesterday, mate, you said what probably a lot of people are thinking. And my worry is I started in April, so I'm still a new stacker, but I've learned a lot in that time from the conversations I've had with great people like who are on here now, and all of you guys in the community that are here joining us. Thank you again. New stackers joining, this shared knowledge is very important, because if I didn't have this community of support around me and these conversations about this every single day as I went about buying, I think on a long-term basis, investment-wise, you wouldn't be you wouldn't be as good, you know, in the long run, because you'd be overpaying most likely. Do you know what I mean? If you don't understand how the market works, how the prices work, understanding where you can buy from, secondary market, different options, it's very, very important to understand how it all works. And like you said, Alan, sometimes you have just got to sit back a little bit and have a think.
Yeah, it's not about FOMO or anything like that, because these coins are going to be available when this all comes down.
It's not going anywhere.
Like with size video, though, mate, it all comes down to supply and demand. And if people are willing to pay those prices, then they're going to stick to those prices. Whereas if everyone said, no, we're not going to pay more than 40, 45, whatever, the market would have to change, or they just wouldn't make any sales. So I think they would, under the right pressure, they would potentially like pull back a bit of profit or whatever to try and like keep the trades going. But yeah, if people are willing to just throw their wallet at it every time, then, do you know what I mean? You're just going to pay what they want.
That's it. I said this in my most recent video, you know, silver and gold, they've stood the test of time. They've been currency from the very beginning, thousands of years. They've held themselves through everything. And that's why we exchange fiat currency for the hard assets like we do. I want to just read some of the comments in here. I appreciate all the comments. The chat's very active, guys. Thank you so much. So Baron Bamsky says, and as I read these out, if you guys want to add any sort of thoughts back on them, feel free. This is Baron Bamsky. If silver hits 3 figures, I will be sitting around the pool, relaxing and telling the people at work on the phone, I told you so. Yeah. I think some people are like, oh, don't put all your money in that. You know, if you don't know about it, or you just never looked into it, you're not going to know what's what, are you, or understand it. So yeah, it could be an empty packet of knickknacks. I can see knickknacks mentioned already. So Nerd UK says, Silverpunk, I can't help but think, because silver is more unstable, that we could drop as low as 30 to 35 pounds before it takes off again. What do you think about that, guys? I think that's a reasonable, it's potential, you know, that could happen for sure.
Yeah, never know, mate. Like I say, the trouble with markets, no one truly knows what's going to happen. And like I said earlier, long term, it's going to go way past that anyway. So regardless what it is today, I think dollar cost average in 5 years' time is still going to be a good buying point.
I think so. Yeah, I think if you're buying consistently, steadily over a long period of time, history shows that, once again, the market's doing like that. And, you know, we exchange our cash. So do we even want to just keep building and saving cash, or put that disposable cash that would lose money because of inflation, it just appreciates in the bank? You know, even with whatever percent the banks give, it's still losing and losing compared to, and this is based over so long, compared to like your precious metals. So that's why I feel much more confident having, I was looking for an ounce of silver. I don't have one to grab and show right now, but I feel much more confident owning silver with some of my money than it all being in the bank. And I think that's a shared feeling. I see in the comment now, 365 says beard is on point, Craven. Thank you very much. Silverpunk says, I can remember the scrap prices jumping up a lot on the 9-carat gold in my auctioneering days. Yes, you used to do auctioneering, didn't you? So much you could buy it from Argos cheap and scrap it for profit, as they didn't realize the price. Wow, really? Wow.
That's incredible.
A nice little loophole,
you would have think they would have been on top of that. Yeah. I take it Argos have got on top of that now. Because if they haven't, I don't know about you guys, but I'm going to Argos if they haven't worked that out yet.
Oh, I guess they've got that nailed down now, mate.
Yeah. Benson says, I looked the other day, Punk, and 9-carat gold was £35.50 a gram. Interesting. I don't know much about like 9-carat and stuff. I know, Alan, you're interested in auctions and the lots and stuff. So do you see a lot of 9-carat gold?
Yeah, but I don't buy it. 18 is the minimum I'll buy.
Yeah. That's it. Yeah, fair enough. Joker says collectibles in silver have really leveled out with this price increase. Yes. Sound Money Stacking says, I'm still buying shiny silver. If I see decent prices on something, I'm targeting. Yeah. What else have we got? Big Green Stacker says, I am glad silver dipped a bit. I picked up some more silver from my local coin store on Saturday. Well done, mate. Yeah, I'll come back to the chat shortly. Sorry if I missed anything. I don't think I did. But yeah, well, I'll come back to that shortly. So we had a chat there about silver. And there is a precious metal that I don't currently own any of yet. And which one's that? Do we know, guys?
Gold.
Gold. Yes, I don't own any gold. So gold's doing a little something too as well for you guys that are investing a lot in gold. I don't own any yet. I wanted to save for a gold sovereign. And now I think I'm going to go down the fractional route just to get in on the market. I think currently it's 3,100, 3,200 pounds an ounce for gold. Does that sound about right, guys?
Yeah, I can say somewhere around there, mate. I haven't really checked the prices for a little while, so.
Sounds about right from Friday, yeah.
Now, we spoke about our feelings on what silver's done, maybe sitting back a little bit at the moment. The market's crazy, but I still think long-term, the dollar cost averaging method will pay off if you're picking up steadily. Even with these higher prices, it's still in years down the line going to be more expensive. What about gold? Gold I see as more of a stable, more steady. Doesn't really, it's not as volatile as silver. So for someone that doesn't own any, such as me, I think you guys have both got some gold. What are your thoughts on gold? Is that something that you think, regardless what the market does, you would still buy gold? Do you trust it that much?
I can say yes and no. So same again, like when I first started stacking, I don't know what it was, back in like 16, 17 months more ago, I actually had a bit of both. And the gold was in profit like pretty soon. Within like a handful of months, I was already in profit. The silver took absolutely ages. I think it was over 12 months before it broke even. Like now it's ran away, so literally every bit of silver I own is now in profit. But the gold's been in profit for like around 12 months. So
yeah,
the thing is, like, so I was kind of slightly pulling back a bit on the silver anyway, just because of that. But even with gold, mate, I was looking at sovereigns about, I don't know, 6 weeks ago, 5-6 weeks, and it was around 650. Now we're up at 780. And it's like slowly, well, I say slowly, quickly pricing me out the market. And it's like, I really want to get more. But I'm trying to avoid the fractional, but.
Oh, well, I had this, I had the same approach. I wanted to avoid fractional. I just did, you know, the premiums are a bit higher, obviously, but I think those premiums hold when you come to sell anyway. So I'm not as opposed to picking up a 1 gram gold bar now just to get in on the market. And stack them rather than save the money until I can afford one. I also looked to buy a gold sovereign not too long ago. I think it was over 2 months ago. I think they were 560, 570 at one point. And I remember that clearly because it was around the same time that a good friend and member of Stacker Social, Nemo Numismatics, bought his first gold sovereign. And it was £570. So that's 2 months or more ago. I don't know the exact date. I mean, now what's a gold sovereign? 780?
Yeah, about
708?
780 somewhere.
Yeah,
just
so
crazy. Like, even like it's the same again. I've always said I like the easy exit. So like, even if you went to Atkinson's, I think they give 730 something, 740, just on a trade-in. And like my very first one, I bought for 450. So technically, I'm up like best part of 300 quid already.
Yeah. There's you'll never struggle to sell a gold sovereign.
I've got no plans of selling, but just the fact that it's available and that's kind of the profit that you've had in like a year and a half.
Yeah,
it's absolute madness.
Well, I'm sure it's 2 to 2.5 years ago, to today, an ounce of gold has doubled in value.
Wow.
So saying it's not as volatile as silver, yes, it doesn't come down as much, and when it does, it rebounds quickly. But it has doubled. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, and big well done to all of the guys that have been stacking for a very long time. As I keep saying, I only started in April, so thank you to once again to 365 because his videos were the primary reason why I started, and joining Stacker Socials made this a lot more fun and educational for me as a journey. But yeah, well done to all the stackers that have been doing this for years, like yourself. You know, you're seeing this now. Do the prices now annoy you when you used to buy them for so much cheaper. I mean, Alan, when you first bought into gold, how much were you paying, say, for, I don't know, sovereign?
Uh, I didn't really go into gold until last year.
Ah, okay. So it's just silver up until then.
So it was just silver up until then, yeah.
Well,
I
that turned
did
out well.
have a half sovereign that I've had since I was 21. But when I started buying gold, it was about £70 a gram.
£70 a gram. Yeah, it's over 100 now, isn't it?
Yeah, so it was heading for, is that right? Yeah. Yeah, it was heading for 2,200 or thereabouts for an
Yeah,
ounce.
yeah. It really has. And yeah, do you think gold will go on another run? Kind of
Gold,
like what silver's done. Do you think gold will go crazy and push through to say, I don't know, 4,000, 4,500 next year an ounce? What do you
gold,
guys both think?
gold will never stop.
Yeah. What do you think,
I'm
Diaxus?
gonna say, you say will go crazy. Is it not already?
Well,
The last 12 months has been insane, dude.
I say that, but gold, from my memory, gold went up. It went a little bit crazy. Then it went back down, and then it's gone back up again. It's gone over £3,000 now. It's free. I think someone put before. I think it was Jokers. I think it's just over £3,200 right now per troy ounce of gold.
Yeah.
But who's to say that's crazy? I guess what I'm really asking is, because historically these are all just going up. They just have these surges. What do you guys think? And guys in the chat, do you think gold? Do you think that's going to go on an absolute crazy one, 2026? Do you think we'll see it go to 4,500? For example, you just said it's doubled in the last few however many years. Could we see it go up by another 50% next year? What do you guys
Absolutely.
think?
There's no reason why not. It's gone up 50% this last year.
No, the
Yeah.
trouble is, it's like, if you look at fiat currency, the trust in the fiat currency has gone downhill. None of the big governments want to buy the American debt. The dollar is basically the world standard for all finance. So if they're not buying that
Yeah.
debt and there's no trust in that money, there's only one place where there is like solid returns on your money, and that's like precious metals. And this is why everything's just getting bought up. All these big governments and countries are buying as much as they can. And I think that's what's driving the prices more so than anything else.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
talking about gold, I have seen something to do with, you mentioned the government, about them potentially doing a gold price reset. And that's because it's something that they have the power to do. So essentially, they could say, look, gold's no longer £3,200 an ounce. We're now resetting the price to, say, £4,500 or something. And they would be able to use their massive stockpile of gold that's now gone up by, say, 50% to sort out some of their debts. What do you think about that? Do you think we'll see that happen?
Depending what country you're on about, if it's America, there's no chance. I think they're 30, high 30 something trillion in debt at the moment, and it's growing by the second.
Yeah, well,
I
the
literally
dollar's
don't
getting
think there's
destroyed
any
right now. The dollar's getting destroyed right now. There's no two ways around it. Would you agree?
Pretty much, mate.
Yeah. Scott M says pull back to 2829. I'm guessing that's a prediction, maybe. Yeah. 365 said before he remembers buying gold at £50 a gram. And he says he thinks that it will level out next year and go sideways for a bit. But yeah, Alan, what do you think about the reset, mate? Sorry, Diaxus.
Carry on.
Reset.
If it's just something I've seen it spoke about, I've seen videos about it. Do you think we could see the government do a price reset on gold?
They could. It's not going to really help them in the long run because they're so much in debt. And who do they pay that gold to? Because they're just going to pay themselves.
Yeah, this is why I say they can do it. And why would they do it? Because they can.
I mean, it just makes no sense to me. It's robbing Peter to pay Paul, and we're still in the same position.
Yeah. Cy the Soundman says, I feel sorry for the folks that struggle to pay for a gram of gold. I really hope that gold stacking doesn't become out of reach for most people. I don't think gold stacking will come out of reach for most people. I just think that the entry levels, the goalposts have changed. Where I've been looking at gold sovereign as my first in, that's now going to be probably a 1 gram gold, or what was a full sovereign is now going to be a half sovereign. Do you know what I mean? Like that could be the new entry level. I don't know.
Yeah.
Because that's just the way the price is going. It's like £400 for a half sovereign now.
Thing is, that there is a crazy fact, and you have to look up and fact check it yourself, but it's something stupid like for every adult on the planet, there's only a third of an ounce of gold or something around there per person. So the fact that if you bought yourself an ounce of gold, you're denying 2 people on this planet to ever get gold. Because there's not enough.
Yeah, there's only a finite supply.
Exactly.
Yeah, there's only so much gold. It really is crazy. And yeah, I will get myself some gold at some point. But seriously, well done to all the guys, like I was saying before, that got in early with silver and have been consistent over years. You built some nice weight there. You're seeing the returns right now. And also the same with gold. Congratulations if you've been in the market for a long time and you built up a nice stack of gold. Well done. It's just interesting to see what the future holds. I guess for me, the only thing that's in my, I guess to my advantage is I'm looking to be in the market for a long time. So I'm hoping all these discussions we have now about prices being high is just part of that long-term goal. You know, it should still work itself out. But yeah.
I'm going to say, on the gold, I'm just happy that I did manage to pick up that one, mate, which is my 81 proof. Well, that's probably back to front. No, it's the right way up for you guys.
You got to open it up, mate.
I'm going to, mate. This is like literally the only one I've got on me.
Beautiful.
Mate, I'm trying to do this back to front. This is like really hard. There we go. Yeah, a little proof sov, mate.
1981 proof sovereign in a
for your birthday,
case.
mate.
Yeah.
That's the only one that I've got on me. Everything else is all tucked away. But yeah, literally, I think I paid. It was more than a standard because obviously it's proof. I've got a feeling it was like 580. So like that. Now it's like add to mate. That was only whenever I'd done the video, mate. What was that, like 2-3 months ago?
Wasn't that long ago, mate.
Just crazy. There you go, mate. Oh no, that's something different. The human body contains a trace amount of gold.
I've just seen that.
So anyone who hasn't got gold yet, we can go out and harvest 0.2 grams. No, don't do that.
I've got some in my filling.
Wait, hang on. So, Styrene Precious Metals, and that caught my eye straight away, says the average human body contains trace amounts of gold about 0.2. Really? Is that true? I've never heard that before. Can anyone verify that?
I guess anyone with a Sigma machine.
The Salman says gold is getting like, gold is like getting on the property ladder. F asterisk 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 ing hard work and impossible for many. Yeah, exactly. You know, you look at the housing market and you look at the average price of first-time buyers buying that property and how that's gone up over the last 40, 50 years, maybe longer. And then you look at the average wage or the minimum wage and how that has gone up-ish over the same period of time. There's just a growing gap. So it is getting harder and harder. It is tough times. And you've really got to think about what you're doing with your money that you work so hard for, guys. You really do. And that's why I'm so glad I got into this space. It's changed my perspective on everything.
I'm going to say the only thing with the housing market, you can move to a different area and get a cheaper house. Whereas it don't matter where you live, mate. Gold is gold and it's going to be expensive no matter what.
Yeah. So, hello, Being Becky. Thanks for joining. Yeah, gold crowns at the dentist, says Jokers. CPM says very nice sov. Yeah, I think a lot of people said that. 365 said that. Yeah, it is a lovely sovereign, mate. I do like that. Yeah, but very, very good points. And Benson's saying he would love to buy a 1 ounce gold Britannia. Yeah, that would be really, really nice. I would love to buy a 1 ounce gold Little John. What do you think about that? One day.
Anything's possible, mate.
That's possible.
So before we move on with our conversation, I'm going to show you guys something because we are doing a giveaway this evening. Nice little giveaway. The amazing community that we've got, majority of you guys through Stacker Social, once again, link below. If you haven't joined already, it's free and it is the place to be. I'm going to show you what's in the giveaway. Is that okay with you two?
Yeah, carry on, man.
Now, as you know, because I have a, not quite messy, but I haven't sorted this room out to how I want it yet. So I've got the blur effect on through Zoom. So when I show you these things, it might be blurred, but I will try my very best. So if you win tonight's giveaway, which is done through Little John's Wheel of Wonder, which we will spin around and it'll have all the people that enter on there, you will win a lovely prize bundle, and that will be enclosed within a Cardiff Gold Zippy bag. Now, you're not just getting that from Cardiff Gold, you're also getting, and I'm not just saying this, you are getting the world's best pen. Now, these are durable, robust, and absolutely fantastic to write with. They really are. There you go. One of them will be in there. Now, wouldn't be a giveaway majority from the Stacker Social community if I didn't have some Stacker Social merch in there. You will get the Stacker Social sticker. I was sent 1 million of these from 365 Sai. So thank you, guys. You'll also get its little brother there as well, a smaller one. If you can see that, you'll get that in there as well. Right, we've got some community stickers. So if you love these kind of things, I certainly do. Some people very kindly sent these in. So the Thoughtful Stacker sticker, sorry if you can't see that. If I go too close, it blurs. Oh, you can. So that's from Ian Atterbury, also known as the Sniper amongst the community. He deserves that name and legacy for his antics on Monday night on Whatnot and other places as well. He's also sent another one, the Thoughtful Stacker. I really like that one. It is really nice. So thank you, Ian. This here is sort of like a business card for Stacker Social. It's got Sly the Soundman riding a duck with Nemo in the background. QR code there to Stacker Social. And on the back, we've got Nemo's Numismatics. Great channel. Check him out too. And collector of fine things, Sly the Soundman. There you go. You've got his business card sticker. I'm not sure what it's exactly called, but it is nice. That's in there as well. Thank you so much. Right. So should we look at some poker chips? So let's go through these. Nemo's Numismatics poker chip will be in there. That's really nice. You're going to get a Stacker Social poker chip, which also is two-sided, which is really cool. That has the QR code on the back, guys. Now, I'm very fortunate. I became one of the exclusive distributors of these, and there's really not many left. So if you get one now, you're getting one of the last of these, and that is the Stackamon Pokemon poker chip. Still have a few of these left, and you will get one of them if you win. You will also get the Godfather of Stacking himself, 365's poker chip. You will get the Producer's poker chip, Diaxus. Love that one, mate. The colours really do pop. You will get Sai the Soundman's poker chip, which is in there. You will get the Silver Spectre's poker chip. It's got a nice, like, sort of like matte effect on this. You might not be able to see it too well on camera, but it's really cool. It's two-sided. It's got a great design on it as well. So thank you for putting those through, Silver Spectre. You will get, there's more, guys. There's just so much. You will get Ian Atterbury's poker chip, which has Stacker Social on the back. That's really cool with the red. You'll also get, it's the last one I've got of these to give out from Villainous Bounty. Really like this. Fantastic logo, and really, I like the blue as well. It really stands out. So thank you for sending them in, VB. And last but not least, Stacks of Silver with a really nice poker chip. That's in there too. Two-sided. Beautiful design on that, guys. He's also very kindly sent, if I didn't show it, Stacks of Silver sticker. So you'll get that as well. Now, should we show some currency, some things of real true value? I'm going to start with this. And you guys on the panel, you'll probably know what I'm talking about here. This. How do we get this? Oh, it's blurred. It's blurred.
The famous Atterbury Guinea.
So sorry, guys, if it's blurred. How do I beat the camera here? Oh, yeah, that's about it. 1,000 guineas. Yeah, 1,000 guineas. Ian Atterbury's currency itself. I don't have many. I had an abundance of people sending me private messages asking me to send them one, but it doesn't work like that. You can only win them through the giveaway. So keep your eyes peeled on the chat. Diaxus will let you know what the magic phrase is. And rumor has it you can spend those anywhere. in the entire world. But don't hold me to that. So let's have a look at some shiny. We have, and I may have this wrong. If I do, I'm sorry. I believe this was donated by Ian Atterbury. If I got that wrong, I'm so sorry. But it's beautiful. It's 1 ounce, 3/9 fine copper, year of the dog 2018. Love the back on this as well. Yeah, really, really nice, guys. And this was actually sent in by Shiny Silver a while ago. Got some vintage coinage here for you as well. So there's 3. And I'm not sure of sort of intrinsically what the percentages and what they're worth, or if they're even silver, but this is a 25 cents, Canadian cents. And as for, you might not be able to see this, I'm so sorry. No, sort of ish.
Yeah, just
it's
about
really
mate.
cool. Yeah. And it just says 1867 to 1967. So I don't know what the exact date is, but it does have on the obverse, it has Queen Elizabeth on there, which is really, really nice. So that's in there. It just looks really nice if you like coins. Also got a French 1 franc, and this one is can't see, 1916. So that one definitely has some silver content. Let me know in the comments for those that love their vintage coins. What's the percentage in that? Is it 80%? Is it less? 833. Alan beat you to it, guys. Sorry. And last but not least, thank you so much for sending these in, Shiny Silver. I do appreciate it. We have a 1900 1 penny. And correct me if I'm wrong, these do contain copper. Is that right?
Yes.
Yeah, the older ones. It looks a bit dull on camera, but it's got some nice details to it left over. Victoria on the back there. So, yeah, all of that is in there, guys. Really nice bundle. Thank you to every single person that sent stuff in to be given away. I really do appreciate it. This wouldn't happen without you. So thank you so much. And someone is going to win.
Just before you go on, mate, sorry. I'd like to add to that.
Oh, here we go.
A 1 ounce Germania cast bar. Silver.
Look at that. Oh, mate, that's lovely.
So that'll be added to the prize pot.
Wow. Alan, thank you so much, mate. You didn't have to do that.
No,
That's really, really nice.
It's an odd number, mate. My OCD's drive me mad.
This community never fails to amaze me, guys. It's the most generous and supportive community I've ever had the pleasure of being a part of. And what you've just done there, Alan, is a prime example of that. So thank you so much. One of you guys will win everything I've just mentioned, and also a 1 ounce Germanium in cast silver bar, which I've held one of them before. I don't own one, but I've had one, which was actually previously donated for me to give away right when I started these podcasts. And they are lovely. I'd love to get my hands on like the 10 ounce ones as well. I think there's something very nice about a cast bar. Don't you agree?
Yeah, they are. They're lovely.
Just lovely. So there you go, guys.
I did have one until I traded it with 365 for the A mark.
Yeah, I can understand you trading that over. I think
I've got that though, the big 1 kg copper one.
Nice.
I've been tempted by
those. If only
those.
that was silver, man.
Oh, I know. They're really nice. Copper does show up nicely, but yeah, everything I mentioned in the bundle, guys, and that lovely donation from Scottish Bullion Collector. Make sure you do go and check out his channel, show him some love. Thank you so much, mate. And as to when that giveaway, or at least the entries for that giveaway, are going to happen, that's all up to you, Diaxus. Are you going to give them any clues, or are you just going to do it randomly?
No, I'm going to make them work for it, mate. They got to keep the eye on the chat. Stay active.
You've got to keep your eye on the chat. Stay active. And once again, what I will say is Diaxus will put instructions in the chat, and that will simply be a magic phrase that you need to put in when he says go. But then you won't have too long before he closes it again. That's how you get in.
And only
please,
once per person.
Yeah, I was going to say, mate, please, when you enter, don't put more than 1 entry. It makes it very difficult for my good friend Diaxus. And if you put 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in and take the mickey a little bit, you'll be disqualified forever. No, you won't be disqualified forever, but just help him out a bit. So that's the giveaway. Keep your eyes chat on that. Let's have a little bit more conversation about all things shiny before we move over to the designated chat segment. And Alan, going back to you, do you want a 2 or 3 minute segment about football, or do you want to move on?
No, you're fine. Carry on.
Yeah. Okay. Well, you guys out there that are football fans, depending on where your loyalties lie, for me, it was a good day this afternoon. Maybe it wasn't for you, but there we go. Interesting.
Sorry, I'm losing you, Craven. What are you saying?
Must have been the signal.
Go through a tunnel.
Yeah. So let's have a look here. Have I missed something here? Yeah, I just want to give some credit here in the chat, by the way, Alan, for what you did. Generous SBC says Brits and Sovs. Look at that. Very cool, says Silver Punk. There's loads. Wicked from Big Al, says Bo. SBC Legend says Ian Atterbury. Working Class Stack, Sandy says Alan, you star. Legend SBC says Sound Money. Look, there's loads. And Brits and Sovs says Best Mint 2. So that leads me on to where I wanted to go. And this can be silver or gold. But I want to talk about the mints, okay? Because you've been stacking for quite a while now, since 2019, Alan, and Diaxus, you've been doing it for, I think, 18 months or just under 2 years, something like that.
Yeah, about a little over a year and a half, mate. 16 to 18 months. I think it was August last year, so whatever that is.
August last year. So, well, yeah, over a year. So, yeah. But I want to ask you, what's your favourite mint? Obviously, being from the UK,
Apollo.
the Royal Mint. Sorry,
Apollo.
Apollo.
Yeah, I'm taking that.
Yeah, I'm quite partial to a humbug as well, mate. Very good.
Yeah,
very
all week.
Yeah, but yeah, going back to what I was going to say, you threw me off completely there, mate. Being from the UK, the capital gains tax bullion coins are very popular for obvious reasons, but some of the more collectors, I know some of you guys are more collectors than stackers, actually, and you've got to understand that. There's some cracking designs out there. Alan, you are more of a collector than a stacker, right?
Yes.
So when it comes to designs, when you're buying silver and some gold, in your opinion, what's your favourite mint?
Some of the Royal Mint stuff is really nice, but then they let themselves down with others that are just, they could have put a bit more design into it. Germania Mint I really like. Perth Mint I really like. Scottsdale, they've got some cracking, some cracking coins, rounds and bars. My favourite, I think, would have to be pushing Germania.
Germania. So you agree with what Brits and Sovs commented, that Germania is the best mint? Interesting. I mean, there's no wrong answers. They all do a fantastic job. They really do. But yeah, Germania is really nice and fitting as well with that lovely 1 ounce cast bar that you've donated to tonight's giveaway. Keep your eyes peeled, guys. Diaxus, what's your favourite mint, mate?
Well, my loyalties is with Britannias and Sovereigns, so that's where my core of my stack is. But I think if it was a different mint, it would have to be like Perth Mint, just because you've got like the Cooks, you've got Kangaroos, you've got like all these different designs, Year of the Dragons and like all the Lunar stuff. Would have to be Perth, mate, I think. Good
shout. For me, the first one that comes to mind is Scottsdale Mint, and then the Perth Mint. Yeah, either or, fantastic. Guys, in the comments, drop a comment. What's your favorite mint? Let's see what people are saying. Yeah, I did see a comment before. What did it say? Nerd UK said, stacking with Craven. Can you shout Gordon's alive, please? Why? What does that even mean?
That's Gordon, mate.
What?
Flash Gordon is a movie from the 80s.
Well, I've not seen it then. I'm really sorry.
To your beard and maybe a bit of the Brian Blessed about you.
Right. Yes, I have seen some comments about that. For example, guys, our very good friend Uncle Punkle. Sorry, I mean Silver Punk. My bad. I must have misread it, mate. Said, question for Craven: do you dye your beard and hair, or is it just natural? It's all completely natural. It's all completely natural, mate. Thank you very much for the comment, Punkle. He's not going to talk to me for a week now after that.
I'm going to say, I thought he was banned from saying that word, mate.
I did promise Silverpunk I would never use the P word, but yeah, I guess I've gone against that. So he's not going to talk to me now. But if you didn't know, I'm going to be there on the 31st of October at Cannock's Chase. It's a Stacker Social event which I'll be co-hosting alongside TSC and Nemo's Numismatics. And it's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to go on a ghost hunt. But Silver Punk, when I was last speaking to him, said he's going to turn up. He's going to drag me through the forest, and no one's ever going to see me again. So I'm just saying this here for the record, after calling him the P word, which is, as we all know, Punkle. If you don't see me again, I want you to all have a close look at Silverpunk and his last few whereabouts, okay? Caravan of Challenges. Yeah. Has anyone ever tried the 7 cream cracker challenge before?
You did.
Yeah, what was it? The Poundland Cookie Monster or something?
Yeah, I did try that. And yeah, that might be one for the future, guys. A little idea. I've got to give some credit to Bo, Nerd. There was some jokers. You were all there. There was a good voice call in the poker room within Stacker Social last night. And I may trial a little something called Craven's Caravan Challenges. It might be the other way around in the future.
Caravan Challenges.
Yeah, for those of you that would like to see me in pain and suffering, I'm sure there's a few, then you can brainstorm ideas and we'll see what happens. But Baron Vansky says, question, Stacking with Craven, how much silver would it take to burn that little John figure in a barbecue? Baron, that question is absolutely outrageous.
Didn't we discuss last week they're about 10 quid though? So you could get like 40, 50 quid's worth of silver, sell it, get one more, and then you're still up 40 quid.
You can buy one of these online for about 10, 12 pounds. But the one that you found didn't even come with the staff. Okay. This is the original. This is the real one. To answer Baron's question, I wouldn't do that. No, little John's staying where he is. Working Class Stack says, perf are cool, but too many animal coins. I like Tokelau and Nui for variety. Yeah, Nui do a great job. BBA says, poured art, my favorite all day long. Some beautiful poured art, and especially in Stacker Social, we are absolutely privileged to have all of the talented pourers in there. I've got a few poured pieces myself. You've got Blue Silver, Silver Punk, GSH, Crowncast, Liquid Metals. The list goes on. There's so many. And I know you like a poured piece, Alan, as well, don't you?
Oh, yes, I do, mate.
Yeah. Have you got anything to show right now? And Diaxus in your backdrop, I can see a nice few poured pieces.
I literally just done a video on this the other day. This is like really confusing because my camera's back to front, but yeah, we got the Stacker Social 1 year anniversary bar.
That's lovely.
And then also got the Una and the Lion.
Nice.
There's a Valui one. Mate,
so
both of those are 101s.
Yeah, special.
So very cool. I got them both in the 1 year anniversary bundle.
Yeah. And Silverpunk makes some fantastic videos. Amazing at what he does, sandcasting, silver pouring. And he mentioned this regularly, and I couldn't agree more. There is something special about something that human touch, something that's hand poured, as opposed to a machine. They are one of one. You can make the same design again, but you will never get it exactly the same. I think that's very special. Yeah, I love the piece. I want to get many more poured pieces. Yeah, you've got, going back to you, Alan, you've got quite a few. I know you put a few pieces out for us. You've got quite a few poured pieces, my friend.
That's my latest Silverpunk piece that I commissioned them to make for me.
The Scream.
Scream by Edvard Munch.
Is that a picture of Craven when he realises there's no knickknacks left?
Thanks, mate. It's probably true. Yeah.
It's absolutely gorgeous. It's just my favourite piece of art, and I love this silver pour. It's just fantastic. Silverpunk is so talented.
That is lovely. Great film as well, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Scott M says, collect what you like. This capital gains tax-free issue is only an issue if you are selling thousands of pounds worth of coins. Yeah, I completely agree. There is a threshold. I think is it £3,000 of profit?
Yeah, I can say of profit. So
of profit.
Yeah, so you'd need a hell of a lot of coins, but the way the prices are going now, if you think in like 10, 20 years time when we go to sell, like a sovereign could be like 2,000 or 3,000. Do you know what I mean? So it's not going to take a lot to get into those profit margins.
And not to mention in 10, 15, 20 years, like you said, who's to say these tax regulations or rules or thresholds aren't going to get changed? Just like the whole capital gains tax exemptions, they could get removed.
Yeah, but
they could do that.
They're already playing with the tax-free like ISAs and stuff now as it is, isn't they?
Yeah.
I think by the end of the year, I think they're dropping it from 20k to 10,000.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's scary times, and I think we've all got to. I really do truthfully think we've all got to do what we can to survive. We've got to plan ahead. It's so important. And people are losing trust in our currency, cash. You know, that's why they'd rather have investments in precious metals. Yeah, I think most of you guys would rather have some of the shiny stuff. That's why you're here and interested in this conversation than just having cash in the bank. And at the same time, cash is, of course, very useful. It's just there when you need it. Emergency fund, treat yourself, go on a holiday if you can, have the odd takeaway, buy yourself a bag of knickknacks, you know, have a couple of steins when you go to Berlin. Hope to see some of you guys there. But yeah, overall, are you losing trust in cash? You guys on the panel, you guys in the comments, are you losing trust in money?
To a certain degree, mate. Obviously, you need money just to keep ticking over in the real world, but yeah, it's not looking good, is it?
No, it's not looking good at all.
It's scary times, mate. You know, it's potentially only going to get worse. Ray put a comment in the chat saying, "I'm not scared. You just got to play the system." Yeah, I think trying to weigh everything up, you just got to try and make smart decisions.
That's fine, but they keep changing the rules, mate.
Yes, the goalposts do. This is what I'm saying. You when you spoke about the threshold and stuff, it's all right saying that now, but if you're not thinking of selling for 20 years, I'm certain those thresholds will change. You know? Bear with me a second. Give me a sec, guys. Oh, I'm sure you will all find that semi-amusing.
Oh yeah. So for instance, then, so my first sovereign was 450. So say for argument's sake, sovereigns went up to 1,500 quid. I'd only actually have to sell 3 sovereigns, and then I'm over that threshold.
Yeah.
And that's if that threshold even exists. They might scrap the whole thing altogether in the next couple of years.
My prediction would be, and we're going to ignore the fact that my camera just fell on me, by the way. We're going to swiftly move past that. My prediction, just a prediction, is that at some point they will just scrap the threshold altogether and you will have to pay tax when you sell if you do it through the press and declare it. That's what I think.
Well, the worst thing, and this is most important about keeping your all your figures up to date, is if you can't prove what you paid and you haven't got receipts, or you haven't got like 365's book where you put it down in paper or a spreadsheet or something. If you can't prove what you paid, then you just pay tax on it.
Yeah.
So that's also like really important to try and stay on top of that.
Yeah, I think so. I think it's very important to have a log of what you bought. And that like log that is within 365's book is very, very it's very well structured. I think it includes what you bought, the price you paid, what it is, what the premium was, just all those things. You know, where you bought it from. Yeah, you'll have a full log. I don't have a full log of every single thing that I bought, or at least I know what I own, but I don't have exactly what I paid at the time.
Yeah, I must admit, I've been a bit lazy with it. I know when I buy within Stacker Social in the marketplace, I always put on the reference like 5 Brits or 2, whatever, like just some, so I've got a record that when I look back in my statement, I'll be like, oh yeah, that was for that, and you know what I mean, just to refresh my memory. Because if I don't do it for a couple of months and I just see 200 quid went to whoever, and then it's like, oh, what was that for? Like, do you know what I mean? And trying to remember them all.
Yeah, and Alan, for you, we spoke about this. I think you log what you stacked through. Is it Numis?
Numista.
Numista, sorry, yeah, which is essentially an electric log. It's online, which it could be a good way of doing it and give you all the information. That's one way of doing it as well.
As long as you don't, was that through a website or something? Is it or?
That's numista.com. Yeah.
Yeah, so that'll be held on a server. Then that's not too bad. Like I say, if it's just on your computer, and like the hard drive gets fried or corrupted or whatever, potentially you just lose all your data. So minimum you want like a USB backup or something, just so you got it all.
I've got that on a USB backup as well, mate.
Yeah, that's it. Silverpunk saying about 365 days of silver, has a great book to log your stack. That's exactly what we're just talking about then. He certainly does.
I'm going to say on that, before we divert off, Smidster said about if you put it on a stored USB, you can also put instructions on how to liquidate. And at least then if a family member found it, they could say, oh, look, it said go to Atkinson's or go to whoever and do this and do that.
Yes.
So that would be quite a good idea, actually.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that are incentivized to build a stack that they can leave on. I know you said this at the start, Alan, when I asked you what the meaning of life is, and one of the parts of your answers was leaving a legacy behind in the sense of what you've built precious metals wise and passing that on to someone, which would be a good feeling.
But to add to that, not all of it. Some of it's my retirement.
Absolutely, but you know what I mean. It's to leave something and to leave, you know, to have that there to leave. You know, regardless, it's all of it, half it, whatever. But you'll have a good feeling knowing you've built this up and you're going to leave something nice. But the important part of that is when it gets handed over, just like you mentioned there, Diaxus. I think was it Smidster that brought this up?
Yes, mate. Yeah, a few comments ago.
Understanding, it's a great point. Understanding how to liquidate, you know, how to sell, how to not get ripped off.
I'm going to say otherwise they're going to ring up one of these, like you get the little adverts through the letterbox, like we buy and sell gold, and then it's like they give you half a spot or something. Do you know what I mean?
Give you £25 an ounce.
Yeah. I mean, from what I've learned, I would certainly be saying, look, don't go straight to like a pawnbroker. That's just, don't be doing that. Red flags there on what you would get. I think you'll be in very good hands if you direct them into the way of Stack of Social as a means of selling. I'm sure there'll be a lot of people that'll be willing to help with that.
Man. Yeah.
I think that's a great starting point, and we're lucky to have that. So yeah, that's a really good point. Is there any points you guys want to talk about specifically before we move on to the live chat?
Not really, mate. I think we've covered pretty much everything.
Yeah, I'm good, mate. I'm good.
Yeah.
I was just looking for a port piece that Diaxus reminded me about when he said Polo Man. I've got a port polo, but I can't find it.
I was going to say, I did miss out one. I missed out one that was hiding behind the Sovereign, mate. I feel like super guilty about not showing that one. So let's whip them out as well.
That's a really nice pour. Where did you get that from?
Some person, he's like hiding down an alleyway behind Sainsbury's. He had like cracker crumbs all down his hoodie and a bit of a ruffian, but done me a good deal on it, mate.
Yeah, that was custom poured by Liquid Metals. He did a fantastic job on that design, mate. It's a really nice 1 ounce round there for yourself as the producer. So yeah, we will move on to the live chat, guys. This segment is now all about you. We've been darting back and forward because I love seeing the comments. I really do. So sorry if I've missed anything. If there's something I have missed that you do want to ask or needs answering for me, for Scottish Bullion Collector, or for Diaxus, or something you want us to discuss, pop it in the chat now. I'm going to be keeping a keen eye on it. And also, don't forget, during this segment, at some point randomly, Diaxus will be putting some instructions in the chat as to how you can enter the giveaway. So keep your eyes peeled, guys. 44
I was just about to do it, but that's going to ruin you if you're trying to read chat now.
Well, maybe give it like a little bit. But yeah, 44 of you in right now, guys. And there's 46 likes. There's more likes than people in. Oh my God, we're breaking records. Thank you so much if you've hit the like button. I really appreciate that. So, questions. What have we got? I'm looking for questions. First one I see, I will ask. 365 says the December spot price bar might cost £100 at this rate. Very well made. Those bars are lovely, by the way. I think they started at the start of the year, and I joined Stack of Social in April, so I missed out. But
mate,
they are.
It literally felt like a couple of weeks ago that he was unboxing the first one.
Yeah,
it's like 10 in now. It's like, what the? You know what I mean? Absolutely crazy.
Time just flies.
Yeah. Oh, you lit.
Yeah, I literally done
Did
it.
you literally start the finger in?
That's why I said it. I was like, sorry, mate, you're going to the chat and I'm about to spam it with SBCs.
I'm so sorry. I'm a page behind. I just realized because I scrolled down on the chat. I thought you were about to do it. I realized when I was saying that you'd just done it. So yeah, there you go, guys. Right, Brits and Softs. Question: SBC, are
Yeah.
you are you a haggis chaser like Nemo?
No, I'm a haggis muncher.
There you go. What a great question to start the questions off, guys. If you've
Bad
got
haggis at the
questions,
chippy, you can't go wrong.
if you've got questions, guys, just like Brits and Sobs that need answering, now is the time to put them in the chat. This is all about you. What have we got? BBA says it's my biggest and prized. I think he means most prized set. Love it, and he's on about the spot price bars with 365 collaborating with Louis Silver.
Yep.
And that they are really, really nice. And also to track the spot price of any year of silver. What a year to do it with the crazy market right now.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah, crazy. Question from Nerd UK. Brits and Sovs did a great video about Korean Starmer's digital ID. My question is, what do you think that would do to your gold and silver? If you guys want to take that, because I don't know.
I've not seen the video yet, mate.
I've not seen it either, but the digital ID is not going to be a legal requirement. So
not a legal requirement, but you need it to do everything.
Yeah, maybe. But there's always ways around things. Right now, sitting here, I am not taking a digital ID.
Yeah, there's certainly a big backlash on it.
They've got access to everything right now. Why do they need something else?
That's it.
And by them, I mean the government.
Yeah. Be interesting to see what happens, guys. What the government decide to do. Yeah, let's wait and see. I know that it's a topic that a lot of people have an opinion on, but we'll move on with the questions. Free says, SBC, do you invest in any other assets? Great question.
No.
No?
No. It's silver, gold, platinum, that's it.
Silver, gold, and platinum as well. Just quickly on that, how long have you been investing in platinum? Because that's done a thing recently as well.
3 years. Something nobody knew.
Well, how much was that when you first got into that then, mate?
£600 an ounce.
Yeah, so you've done all right then. That's pretty good.
It's pretty much doubled.
Yeah.
It's 1,200 now for an ounce of platinum, right?
Yep. But again, that's stagnated because it's going up and down like a yo-yo. It's not that long ago it was £800 an ounce.
Yeah. I've not got any platinum. I've never actually considered stacking it, but seeing it go from 600 to 1,200 in a short period of time, that's who knows? Interesting.
I mean, that's my idea. Diversifying is 3 different metals.
Yeah, well, that's it. They all have different movements at different times, and who knows? What the future holds with advancing technology. One could, for some reason, be more in demand than others. I don't know, but why not diversify? But do you own any platinum, Diaxus?
No, mate. No, just gold and silver, mate. A little bit of copper. But copper's not an investment. It's just things that I've acquired over the time I've been stacking.
It's very pretty, though.
Oh yeah, it's beautiful, absolutely beautiful.
The colours that you get with the copper is just outstanding. They're really pretty. Yeah.
Robot Toaster put a comment about what we were talking about before, just quickly. With the CGT on the British coins, saying we talk about the government changing the CGT rules, but couldn't they just as easily remove the CGT exemption from Brits and sovereigns?
Yes.
Of course they could. Yeah, they could do that. And it wouldn't shock me if they did that in the next 10 years, if not sooner, to be honest. But like we all discussed before, I think they could. Wouldn't be happy about it, but it's out of our control, unfortunately. Smidge just says, question, what's the one coin you're a sucker for?
Sovereigns. Britannias.
Sovereigns,
Probably
Britannias.
sovereigns more so than anything, mate.
Yeah. Canadian silver maples, really, really nice. 4.9's fine, and from what I've seen, they don't tend to milk spot the same way Britannias do.
Got some older ones which have, but not nearly as bad as the Britannias.
Yeah, Yeah, very, very nice as well. Nice sort of simple, elegant design, but they really
It
are.
is.
Yeah,
And
they really are nice.
they're the second most secure for copying behind the Britannia
There
for
you
the
go.
security features.
Yeah. Ian Atterbury says, question for Stadler. So I'm guessing that's me. What's your favorite modern bullion coin and favorite pre-decimal coin? Sorry. Pre-decimal, that's a tough one. Ooh, you guys can answer this too if you want.
Crown for me, mate. I wanted one for absolutely ages until you sold me one of yours.
Yeah, I do think the crown probably is right up there for pre-decimal. Favorite modern bullion coin would have to be Little John. That would be my answer.
Shocker.
Yeah.
Absolute shocker.
I know,
If that was Ian. Cheers, mate.
I know the crowd's going wild. I'm getting boos from left, right, and centre. I'm so sorry. It would be Little John. Alan, what's your favourite modern bullion coin? Maples, did you say?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's easy to get hold of.
And Diaxus, I'm guessing for you, it would be the Britannia.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, it's either Britannia or Sovereigns, mate. But I like both.
Yeah. Now, there's a comment here from Brixton Sobs. I think you'll be the best person to pick this up, Diaxus. Your crypto knowledge. So Brixton Sobs says, I know many of you don't like Bitcoin, but that's one of the pros of Bitcoin over gold and silver. It gets around digital ID. Do you want to take that one, Diaxus?
Not really.
Because I don't know what to.
I'm presuming that he means because of obviously if they tie the digital ID to like bank accounts, if you've got something that's not governed by your government and potentially you can buy and sell and do what you want with your money. I'm presuming that's the kind of angle he's looking at it.
I'm really not best placed to answer questions definitively about crypto. That's why I can't really answer that. If it gets around the digital ID, having the Bitcoin,
I don't know about around the ID, but I'm guessing around payments and having your bank tied to it and like them being able to freeze your accounts or telling you what you can and can't spend your money on.
Yeah.
But same as everything, mate. Like a few years back, crypto was like the whole like Wild West. You could do what you want. They can't touch your money. They can't. Now everything's KYC, where you got to supply IDs, national insurance numbers, and like, do you know what I mean? There's so much regulation. They're trying to ring it in to make it harder and harder for people to get involved in it. And then they've also added the whole capital gains tax and everything on it as well. So yeah, it's just another money grab, mate. They're just trying to control it and trying to force your hand. But
I think it's the same with all things, mate. I think they will continue to keep changing the rules and the goalposts when they need to pull more money from somewhere. They will just do it because they can, and sadly, history shows that. So yeah, that we'll have to see. But good point to make and raise, Brits and Sovs. Styring Precious Metal says, do you think getting at least a bit tipsy and waved adds to the fun of making stacking purchases? Have I got to be careful how I answer that?
Ask Benson. I don't think his missus would agree.
I've got to give a responsible answer.
I would say not right now.
Yeah.
The way the market is. But yeah, it's always exciting to get something through the post you've completely forgotten about.
Absolutely. Yeah, drink responsibly, guys. Do your research and make sure you're making a purchase that you're happy with. Check where you're buying from, and if you happen to get a bit wavy when you purchase and you forgot you got it, like Alan said, very nice surprise when you get it through the post. Working class stack. Sandy says, question for SBC. You can take one piece of silver to a desert island. Money is no use. What are you taking?
What's this, for trade and stuff, or?
Well, money's no use. Yeah, I guess that's your lifeline. You have something of value. What one piece are you taking that will get you out of trouble?
The biggest bar I can carry.
Only one piece?
Yeah, so like 100 kg silver bars on it, silly.
Yeah.
This is so much like the question you asked me the other night, Craven. I don't know if it would be my silver punk panel of the Scream or if it would be the Serpent of Milan, which is my favourite coin.
That is lovely, by the way.
Or would it be like Diaxus and just grab a 10 kilo bar and go for it?
You can carry more than 10 kilos.
Yeah, but you're only allowed one.
Yeah, exactly. So you get 100 kilo or something. Even you got to tie a rope around and drag it.
100 kilos. Wow.
And then just chip a little bit off when you need some.
Yeah.
I hope none of you guys or you guys on the panel are ever in that situation where you have to pick one piece of silver to take to you on a desert island. But interesting question, Sandy. I rate that one, mate. 365 put a comment regarding what we were talking about before with digital IDs and said, eventually you'll be forced to get one. Your employer will require it. I think so. Yeah.
That's only if you're working.
Is that? Yeah.
Yeah, but is that when you start a new job, though? So potentially if you're already in employment and you don't change bosses, like, do they need to prove?
Mate.
Like,
I really don't know how it looks. I think it will become a thing one way or another. But yeah, once again, I know it's not necessarily what the majority want. But yeah, we'll move on with the live chat. I don't know as and when or what the ins and outs of it will be.
Yeah, let's get away from politics, mate.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, let's have a look. Benson says, SBC, if you had to liquidize your stack and invest into something else, what would that be? And Diaxus, what's your favorite commemorative coin? Do you want to go first, Diaxus?
Sorry, mate. I was typing. What was the question? What's the favorite commemorative?
Commemorative coin, yes, mate.
I don't know, to be honest, mate. I've not really got too many. Probably the one that it's not even there to show you. Literally just editing a video on this the other day. So it's 1981 proof Charles and Diana.
That's lovely.
Literally, same again. If you see the video when it finally comes out, you'll see. But I actually had one of those gifted to me during my christening. But it was Cooper nickel, and it's technically it's like my first ever coin in my coin collection.
Wow.
Still got it to this day, mate. So that's like my first ever introduction into coins. So I don't know if you remember when I got the Proof Sovereign, there was a twin coin set that I saw, and it sold before I got my wages, and then I couldn't get a 1981. It took me 6 months to get this one, and I just happened to mention it to TSC that I originally was going to get one. It was a twin set, and it had the 81 Charles and Diana, and he went, "Oh, what, this one?" And I was like, "That's the one." And then through his live, we just done a little deal, and I DM'd him after the show and done a little deal on it.
Nice. I heard a little giggle there. What was that?
No, I'm just laughing about how he got that coin. That's just lovely.
Yeah, I thought you might have been up to something, but yeah, no, that is lovely, and it's
to answer Benson's question.
Yeah.
If I was to liquidate my stack, I think I would put it into property.
Property, yeah.
Boring as that sounds.
Like I said, I've got enough. I've probably got enough to buy a letterbox, maybe a front door at a push. Does that count?
Land. I'll say land.
Yeah. I don't think property is boring. I think that's a solid answer from an investment point of view.
Same again, depending, like if you've already got, there's like giant tax hikes now if you're a landlord. So same again, like you start going down certain avenues and then you're going to get taxed through the roof and not necessarily.
Taxes everywhere.
Exactly, mate. You can't avoid it, but
whatever you do that makes money, you will be taxed. It's just it's all about
funeral gets taxed.
Oh, what's that? Sorry, mate.
Even your funeral gets taxed.
Oh yeah, they tax you on everything. So
it's ridiculous.
Yeah, Shiny Silver, similar question. I think we've sort of answered this, but I will ask it. Question for all three. What's your favourite pre-decimal and decimal coins?
Ooh.
Scottish bullion collector. You don't just collect bullion, you love your coinage as well, mate. We spoke about that. What's your favourite pre-decimal coin? What's your favourite decimal coin?
My favourite pre-decimal coin is a double florin.
Nice.
Because it was only produced for 4 years. My favourite decimal coin is Oh, this is tying me down. 2017 Isaac Newton, 50 pence.
Nice. Yeah. Yeah. Good shout. What about you, Diaxus?
Technically pre-decimal includes sovereigns, doesn't it? So I'd say a sovereign, but if we're talking silver, it's got to be the crown, like the old Victorian crowns. And then pretty much any 50p, mate. I quite enjoy collecting the 50p's.
Yeah, I think
So,
Benson would appreciate that answer as well.
yeah.
And I know a few guys in the community like to collect your 50p's. I think they're really cool. I love the coin. I love
One
the
of my
coin hunt
favourites
people
that
do.
I've currently got in my book at the moment, because I've only just really started collecting. It's the chunky one, so it's the older ones. Benson are after like verified a year. I think it's like 60s or 70s, but it's the Battle of Britain, big chunky 50p. That's
Yeah,
like my
yeah,
favourite one.
that's a good
I
shout.
would get it out, but it's packed away at the minute. So
Did you say the Battle of Britain?
yeah, like the old one, Battle of Britain one.
Yeah, they'll 50 pence. It's 1993. I
No,
believe.
the older one, mate, the chunky.
Yeah, 1993. It's 1999 they changed to the smaller 50. 1997, sorry. They changed to the smaller 50.
Oh yeah, maybe it is. Yeah, because you got the dual dates 93 in it.
Yeah.
And it's one before that in the book. Yeah, so yeah, it is around that 93 then. Benson saying 94. So
94.
Take his word on it.
I wasn't far away.
Somewhere around there. I'm going to say somewhere between 1990 and 1999. That's my guess. But yeah, for me, someone did put this in the comments. I think it might have been Nerd UK, and I agree. I think pre-decimal. I think the Rocking Horse Crown takes some beating. That is lovely. And same as you, Diaxus. I think decimal. I really like the 50p's. They're really really nice. I did see one question. Moving on from that, and this was a very caring question from 365, who says, "Question for Craven: is your head okay after the camera fell on it?" Thank you very much. It is okay. It's not. It's not a hard target to hit. I have quite a large head, but yeah, I am okay. Thank you. And 365, congratulations on hitting 15,000 subscribers, mate. That's a massive achievement. So big well done to you, mate.
Yeah, congratulations, mate.
Yeah, absolutely.
That as well.
And I don't think you should go off YouTube for a year and just focus on TikTok. I think you should stay where you are and keep pumping out those videos, mate. But yeah, let's see. Maybe we can start a petition on that. What else have we got, guys, in the chat? Question from Electric Bloke. If you had 1 ounce gold Brits, would you trade it for smaller gold like sovereigns or quarter gold Brits so it's easier to liquidate later?
Yes.
You would?
I would.
Do you want to explain why, if there's anyone in the audience that's maybe newer to stacking or would like to hear a bit more detail on that, mate?
As gold gets more expensive, or the value of the pound is less, which makes it seem more expensive, selling an ounce of gold is going to be, unless you're selling to a dealer, it's going to be more and more difficult to sell to the Joe Blogs, the you and me,
Yeah.
But selling a gram or a half sovereign or a sovereign, these are always going to be wanted.
Yeah, so that only works as long as you can get in on the fractional one without losing a load to premiums.
Well, that's right. But the premiums are always going to be there, Diaxus, I believe.
Yeah.
You're going to get that back when you sell it.
Yeah, I kind of
half sovereigns and sovereigns would be the way to go for me.
Yeah, I kind of second it, but also my easy exit is like just go main dealer, and then you're doing one transaction.
Yeah, but then you are going to get taxed.
Not really, mate, because majority of my stuff's Brits and Sovs and stuff anyway. So as long as the CGT is still a thing.
Oh right, yeah.
Apparently, 365's got a giant suitcase he's going to lend me as well.
They have got financial papers they have to return to the government.
Oh yeah, definitely, man. Yeah.
That's one thing to watch as well when you come to liquidate is going to these dealers. They have to report what they've given you for your stack.
Even if you went through the marketplace, like potentially you're going to do it through PayPal or you're going to do it through your bank, and then that's all going to get registered anyway. So I mean, there's no real escaping it, really.
There we go.
No, you're right.
I've seen some interesting questions, guys. I want to read through these. They're coming through thick and fast. Styrene Precious Metals says, do you think in the event of a future geopolitical conflict that the UK government or other Western nations could ban the private ownership of metal, like what happened in America in the 20th century?
I was going to say, they've done it before, so there's no reason why they couldn't. Whether it will or not is a completely different question, but I don't
They
know.
have to find it.
Yeah, I was going to say, same again, if you got it buried away somewhere out the way.
Yeah.
Who's to say what you got? So, don't know. Never know, mate. Anything's possible, really, but yeah, I wouldn't have thought so, but you never know.
Yeah. What about you, Alan?
Yeah, they have to find it, mate. I mean, I pay my my storage. I pay it cash every month, so I don't have any electronic trail.
Yeah, that's smart. That's smart. And Ian was saying, styrene, in response to that question, absolutely they could. We would all be burying it in our gardens. Yeah, I think that's the case. People ain't going to be giving it over so easy, and I don't blame them. Local Grim Reaper says property is something I would love to get into. Yeah, 100%. We spoke about that. Crispy.b says, question, heaven forbid there is a fire and all your stat or part of it gets melted into a clump. After you stop crying, what would you do with this clump of mixed metal? Sell it to Punk?
I mean, you just, well, if it's like multiple metals mixed into one, you'd have to like refine it down again, but if it was like all silver in a pile and all gold in a pile, you just melt it and put it into a bar or something that you want. Like a custom SP gold piece or something.
Yeah, that would be. I'd give it to SP to do something with.
Yeah, if there was a massive fire and all my silver got melted into one big clump, I would not hesitate to send that over to our very talented friend Silverpunk. I'd love to see what you would do with it. Does a fantastic job as well, and it's been on fire with the videos lately on his channel. So if you're not subscribed to Silverpunk for any goddamn reason, go and check him out and learn about the sand casting method of silver pouring. So Soberstacker says, Diaxus, what is that large piece of what looks like poured silver? Can you do a close-up? Is that the thinking man?
Yeah, that's GSH's pour.
There we go. Gold Silver Hunter.
Oh, I forget what this is. I think it's like 2 or 3 kilograms, but it's aluminium. It's not actually silver. Like if it was silver, that would be worth like thousands. But yeah,
that's so crazy, that pour.
Yeah. So this is actually something I won in the Stacker Social 1 year anniversary. And same again, like, I've actually been really, really lucky. So majority of my Stacker Showdown entry, that's probably going to fall now. No, it's not. Yeah, part of my Stacker Social, Stacker Showdown entries literally all come from that 1 year anniversary.
That's nice, mate.
So yeah, I've got like, so we're going to see if I can show this. Yeah, like the 1 ounce, like the original 1 ounce button.
That's
let
nice.
me get the zoom on it. So yeah, I got that one, and then we've got the let me get this as well. The 3 ounce birthday bonanza bar.
What's that?
And then we had those other 2 poured pieces from earlier as well. Like yeah, it's just loads and loads of pieces, man. Absolutely.
So nice, mate. Thank you for showing that, and I appreciate Sober asking because it is a lovely piece of aluminium. Gold Silver Hunter, shout out to him. He does some amazing pours. He doesn't do things in small amounts. So this,
no, he does not.
I'm very proud. This is the God of War, ladies and gentlemen. 5 kilos of brass. Look at this, absolute beast, and it's very, very heavy, and it's blurring. But yes. Since people were showing, I wanted to show this. This would make a good entry into the poured Stacker Showdown.
Do it, mate. It'd be rude not to.
Yeah, get closer for you a little bit. Yeah, the detail is insane. It's you can use it to work out. You can have it as part of a backdrop.
That relief is amazing.
But the crazy thing with like GSH, he does it all in his back garden, so you don't need like stupid like high tech equipment. You can literally just like make do with very minimal equipment.
Yeah, exactly. You don't need all the bells and whistles.
Obviously, GoCal, you're dealing with like 2,000 degree metals and stuff, but yeah, it's super cool. Yeah. I'm not sure, Ray. I've not heard off of GSH for a little while. But yeah, he used to message me quite often. I've not heard from him for a while. But yeah,
I spoke to him yesterday, mate. He's fine.
there you go. Yeah, so he's still about, mate. So yeah, hopefully he's still pouring and stuff.
Yeah, fantastic auction of his paws that was hosted within Stacker Social by the Stag Collector, who did a brilliant job. I hope we see another live auction like that, because that's exactly where I picked up that God of War piece, which is amazing. 5 kilos of brass. There's an interesting question here again from Styring Precious Metals. Thanks for putting the comments in. I really appreciate it. It says, do you think certain precious metals could be more prone to being targets for confiscation? For example, metals needed for a potential war effort. Could this be an argument for collectible or numismatic coins?
I mean, art bars, stuff like that could potentially be classed as art. So there may be a little loophole that you may be able to get out of it, but yeah, I don't know. Like they keep saying that you use so many ounces of silver in these missiles and all this kind of stuff, but no, would they really come for your stack? I don't think they would, mate. And like SBC said, you got to find it first.
Yeah, nothing to see here, officer. Nothing to see here.
No, nothing.
Yeah,
it's all aluminium.
That's it. Yeah,
Chrome-plated aluminium.
Queen Nessie says 51 thumbs up. Is that the amount of likes? Wow, it is. Thank you so much, guys, who have liked this. I really appreciate that. Queen Nessie also says, can Alan give us a tune? Oh, not again.
Camera again. While you're thinking of a song, mate. So yeah, I can't even speak now. Sober Stacker, if you look in the description in a minute, mate, SBC's links in the description, and you can find his channel there.
Yeah, guys, both special guests today, Diaxus and Scottish Bullion Collector. If you want to check out their channels, which I recommend you do, they both have a YouTube channel and make great content about all things shiny. Their link is in the description of this, along with a link to Stacker's Social. If you haven't joined, it is free and it is the place to be. And also, if you've just started stacking or you don't have a whatnot, there is my whatnot link in there as well. If you sign up, you'll get anywhere between £10 and £200 towards your first purchase. And there is also QR code, which will take you straight to Stacker's Social.
Stephen, question from Nessie.
Yeah.
I know you're only a few days either side of me, birthday-wise. So, is it your birthday today, Nessie?
It's not, is it?
I don't know. I can't remember if it's just before me or just after me.
We'll come back to that. We've had a recent episode. Yeah, we've had a recent episode of Singing Happy Birthday, who the winner of that was, in fact, it was Nerd UK, who won a bag of knickknacks. So well done. If we remember last week, thanks to everyone that entered. That was a lot of fun. So yeah, Nerd UK, we will arrange for you to get a bag of knickknacks. And Nerd UK himself put a question in, guys. With the prices at the minute, what do you think about the quarter sovereigns?
I've been buying quarter and 8 sovereigns.
Yeah, probably not for me, mate, to be honest. I'm a sucker for the full sovereigns. I've got a tube that I want to try and fill eventually. So that's why I'm like trying to stick to my guns. But yeah, prices are kind of running away.
Yeah, I think this is why my mindset's changed just in terms of getting into gold. Where it was always the plan to just go straight for a full sovereign. Now I would consider a half sovereign, a quarter sovereign. I would consider 1 gram gold, just to get in.
The trouble is, though, it's nice. Like, although, admittedly, with like the premium stuff, I don't tend to touch it. I try to use gloves and stuff. But, like when you start going down to like grams and half gram, like, do you know what I mean? There's nothing to. You don't get that feeling of the metal in your hand. You know what I mean? It's like so tiny.
Yeah.
That's why
I completely agree. I completely agree. But from an affordability point of view, Diaxus, I just think that the things are changing. And, for me, it might be different for a lot of people, but for me and my circumstances, the longer I try and wait just to get this gold sovereign and buy that outright, I'm going to have to think, right, I actually just want to get in on gold because I'm missing out here. So I might have to buy in a smaller quantity. It may not be a 1 gram. I understand about the premiums going up as you buy in smaller amounts, but on smaller weights. But definitely back to Nerd's question, a quarter gold sovereign, that's definitely not out of the question. And I think they'll become more popular.
Well, here's a little tip for the viewers. I received a mail yesterday from Harrington and Byrne, and they're not the easiest to deal with. but they're selling a quarter silver for £199 delivered.
That's not bad.
So it's worth thinking about. It's 2 grams of 22 carat from Alderney, but it is a quarter sovereign.
Yeah, thank you for that, mate. That's really good. Did we find out if it was Nessie's birthday? I don't think it is. Is
Did
it
she
not?
answer?
Nope, St. Andrew's Day.
November.
There we go. So yeah, we won't be singing happy birthday to Queen Nessie today, but maybe in the future week we
I
can
thought
do
she was
that.
a Scorpio. Damn.
Yeah, Ian Atterbury says he's got a couple of quarter sovereigns. Yeah, can't go wrong, really. You've got some gold. Well done. Baron Vampsky with a question to mix things up, okay? You guys get like the responsible stacking questions. This is what I get. Are you ready for this? Baron Vampsky, who says, question for Stacking with Craven. If you could have any one of the founders of Stackers Social being your best man when you get married, which one would you choose?
Ouch.
I'd
be offended.
Why?
I'm going to say, think of it carefully, mate, because they also control the stag do.
Yeah.
So you may be tied up naked to a lamppost if you pick the wrong one.
In Berlin. Ooh.
I find this really difficult. This is like when I got asked to do the snog, marry, avoid question for the free founders. Why do you guys do this to me? If you want me to answer it, I will. I will play ball, but it's they would all. I'm sure they would all make fantastic best mans, and I'm sure they would all do a fantastic stag do. But if I had to pick one to be my best man, I would pick 365. That's my answer. So there you go.
But any of us could be 365 because nobody knows what it looks like.
Yeah, anyone could turn up. Anyone could turn up because we don't know what he looks like. So there we go. But that's my answer. I have played ball and answered the question.
So maybe that's why you pick 365, so you can find out. Unless he does turn up with a bag on his head.
Right, moving on, gentlemen. Nerd UK says, save by buying the smaller stuff. It will do better than money in the bank. That's the point I'm making, even with the premiums. Or you'll just be chasing the metal with your paper. Yeah, I personally couldn't agree with that more, Nerd. Well said. Benson says, Craven, why don't you get a half sovereign? I'm thinking I may do. I'm going to get something smaller. I'm going to be doing that quite soon. Stay tuned. BBA says, happy wife, happy life, and proposed in a caravan. How romantic would that be? Thanks, BBA, for that. Let's have a look. Queen Nessie's Sagittarius. Shiny Silver says, I'm not telling any of you when my birthday is. Okay. Beyond 10 says, managed a quarter sovereign for 190 last week. So that's not bad.
Yeah, it's gone up since.
760 for a full sovereign. I mean, that's more than that now. So you did well. Find a dealer who's about the metal and not the markups. Yeah, well said, mate. Yeah, there you go. So I think we've caught up with the chat, guys. Where is my bloody spanner, says Bo. Oh, Bo, I think you're gonna have to come on the podcast first, mate, and then you can have a spanner. I want to hear your views. I want you to come on, and I've said that to you, so you can have your blue mod name and your spanner once you come on the podcast. There you go. How about that for a deal?
Just
I'll chuck in a bag of it next.
Question for Bo: is it a left or right-handed spanner?
Oh, dearie me. Yeah, some really interesting questions as always, guys. I can't see any more at the moment. So we're getting closer to the Little John's Wheel of Wonder. I think we're getting a bit closer. Did you close it up?
Yeah. Ready when you are, mate.
Okay. Am I in it, mate?
Yeah, I added you in, mate.
Thanks, mate. Because I've no access to the chat.
No, that's fine, mate. I always add the guest anyway.
Thank you.
Bo says it's a left-handed spanner, Alan.
Would be.
Yeah, there you go. So, 40 of you still in here. I'm curious, Diaxus. Could you say how many people are in the giveaway?
27. So there was 13 odd that didn't. I don't know how many you said was in the chat, but yeah, there's at least 13 or more that didn't actually put SBC.
There you go. So 27 of you made it through and you are in the giveaway. If you missed out, there will always be another chance next week. So we are going to run that now. Yeah, if you're ready, Diaxus, we can move to Little John's Wheel of Wonder. Before we do, just a reminder that you will win a nice bundle, which I've got here, which is mainly consisted of contributions from the amazing community. A lot of you guys from Stacker Social, and Alan, Scottish Bullion Collector, mate. You've also chucked in a 1 ounce Germania Mint Silver cast bar. Thank you so much, buddy.
No problem at all, mate.
Now, if you happen to win the giveaway tonight, what are you going to do with that 1 ounce cast bar?
Me?
Yeah.
Or you're going to have to run another wow.
Okay, well, there we go. I like that. And thank you so much for putting it in again. Yeah, I can see some comments saying good luck from Villainous Bounty. Yeah, good luck to everyone, 27 of you. Are we able to switch over to the wheel screen?
Transition now, mate.
Good luck, all.
Yeah, definitely.
Right, so the first person that puts a number in the chat is the number of shuffles. And we will put go, although this might take a little while.
How many shuffles, guys? How many shuffles of Little John's Wheel of Wonder?
All right, Shiny put him a 2. Right, so we got 2 shuffles. There's always 2. All right, 1 and 2. All right, then SBC, mate, if you want to count us down for 3, and then we'll spin the wheel.
3, 2, 1. Best of luck, everyone. Go.
Oh, I done it on 1, but yeah, it's all good, man.
Okay.
Good luck, everyone. The Wheel of Wonder has now been spun. Very soon, Little John's going to get very dizzy. And one of you guys, 27 of you that got in this week, episode 21, you will win. And it is a little bit delayed for me, so I'm going to pass this over to Diaxus to let us know who has won. Diaxus, you call it a lot of weeks. Who's it looking like, mate?
It's hard to pick it, mate, but we are slowing up now. It's just gone past me, so I'm probably out of it.
Bring it home, buddy. Tell us what's happening.
I'm going to say it's potentially Ray or Stacks of Silver.
Okay.
I don't know if we... Oh, no, I don't know, mate. It might even be Miss Craven, man. She's getting close. I think it might be. You know they're going to call rigged, man.
If it's
it
Miss
could
Craven,
be Baron, though. It's slow on Baron, but I think it is Miss Craven. Yeah, it's ticked into Miss Craven, mate.
Is it Miss Craven?
It is, mate.
Greg.
Wait for the chat, mate.
Look, Miss Craven isn't even with me in this house. She's not with me tonight. She's entered legitimately, so she is the rightful winner. Congratulations, and yeah, it's up to her what she does. She personally doesn't own any silver, at all. So that that will be Miss Craven's first piece of silver. So well done, Miss Craven. You're not with me. I think that's
got to be in the rules, mate, that she's not allowed to just give it to you.
Oh, no, it won't be for me. I won't be taking it. This will be Miss Craven's first piece of silver. I know there's some comments saying rigged. I know she is in this every single week, and she supports this, and she's just won, guys. So some people saying well done. Some people saying well done, Craven.
Well done, Miss Craven.
Right, okay, right. So here's what I will say.
I am honoured that I have provided the first ounce of silver that Miss Craven will own.
Yeah. Well, there's going to be... Right. Let me check something, guys.
And it's one you don't have?
Yeah. So, right. Miss Craven, I can't shout you right now because you're not here. Congratulations on winning. I am generally really happy that you've won that. Now, there's obviously an abundance here of the community donated stickers and stuff like that. There is, of course, these coins from Shiny Shiny Silver. You've won the 1 ounce of silver bar. Do you want these community things, or should we rerun these for everyone else? Let me know. I'll keep my eyes on the comments. Just wait for Miss Craven to reply, guys, and we may rerun this. Have a look.
Hey, Craven, this is cheap postage for you, mate.
Yeah, you've won the ounce of silver fair and square. At least you save money on postage. I'm very lucky when obviously people send these poker chips in to be given away. I get it myself. Rerun for everyone else. So, right, guys, a reminder, there's about 10 here of poker chips. You get one of Ian Atterbury's. Just quickly show you. Ian Atterbury's 1,000 guineas. You'll get the Stackers Social stickers. There's 2 of these. You'll get 3 coins. This will all be enclosed in a Cardiff Gold bag, along with some more stickers, Ian Atterbury, Nemo, Numismatic, and Cider Soundman. And you're still getting some metal here. A beautiful copper round. Although I don't know if Miss Craven wanted that, but I'll just replace it if she did. So, yeah, that's going back in there. So, yeah, guys, we're going to rerun it. But, of course, take Miss Craven out of there. But
yeah, she's already removed, mate.
She'll be very chuffed with that 1 ounce silver bar, I'm sure. It's a really nice prize, Alan.
The first one in the chat again was Shuffles. I'll put through, but there is going to be a slight delay.
3.
Oh, hold on, mate. And then this time I will go when you say go, mate. There you go, shiny straight in on 2 again, man. We do 2 spins. Right, SBC, mate, when you're ready, and I will go on go.
3, 2, 1. Best of luck again. Go.
Good luck, everyone.
Alright, so yeah, it's just whizzing by at the minute. We will have to wait for this to slow up.
Is the timer at 1 minute for the spin to end?
Yes, mate.
Just took the question right out my mouth. Thanks, Craven.
Yeah, there you go. Good luck, everyone, says Queen Nessie. Absolutely. We're rerunning, guys. Miss Craven is giving way to everything else apart from the 1 ounce silver bar. That's very, very kind.
You can
definitely not me.
If Nessie's still there, I'll sing to her on our next live.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
Could be
Have
Ian.
you heard that?
Ian could be Smithsters. Could be Baron.
Oh, it's slowing down.
I think it's going to be Baron or Franny, possibly. I think it's Baron, mate.
Is it going to be Baron?
I think so. There you go, mate. Congratulations, buddy. But then I don't know.
Is it Baron?
Yeah, has Baron already had a load of poker chips or?
Baron Vansky.
Well done,
congratulations.
Baron.
Well done, mate. Baron is the official winner. There you go, mate. Baron, you know what you need to do, mate? You need to drop me a private message and send me your address where you would like me to send you this prize bundle from episode 21 of Sundays with Craven live podcast, where we have a good old chinwag. I'll also throw in, which I always do, a handwritten note in there. So, yeah, everyone's saying congrats. Really, really nice. And thank you so much once again to every single one of you in the community that donates towards this. I've never put that out there or asked for it or suggested it. But the fact that you guys say, oh, I want to send you some stuff to give away, I really appreciate it, because I wouldn't be able to put these giveaways on without all of you. So thank you so much. So,
I'm going to say, Baron's just said in this chat he's not got many poker chips, which is awesome. The only reason I said it is because sometimes people have like previously won, so they've already got like a load of doubles.
Yeah, no, it's a good point, mate. Well, Baron, you've just won 10 poker chips, mate. So you've got 10 there. You've got an abundance of stickers. And don't forget, guys, I want to give a special shout out. I say this every week. Ian Atterbury, my friend, the sniper, 1,000 guineas. Look after that, Baron. You can spend it anywhere if you need to. And guys, if you haven't already, go and check out Ian Atterbury's YouTube channel. Not because of the content. He doesn't make any content. But we want to get a video out. We want to see Ian Atterbury hit 100 subscribers on YouTube without making a single video. I really hope we can make that happen soon. Go and check him out. I should really put his channel link in the description. I may go and do that after this live. But if any of the moderators have got his channel and want to put a link in the chat, I'd love to see that. So there you go.
Can I just ask Baron to send me a message and I'll send him one of my chips as well?
Oh, that'll be lovely. Yeah. I don't have any of yours to add into this. Sorry,
no,
mate.
I know they're in the box ready to be posted to you, mate.
Yeah, or what I can do if you want, I can put I've got one of yours in my own collection. I could put that into this bundle for Baron, and then if you're sending like another one over to me, I can just replace my own.
Oh yeah, that'll work.
Yeah, so Baron,
you're the same. Yep.
Yeah, you'll get one of Scottish's in there as well. So you've actually got 11. Funny enough, guys, my poker chips aren't in these giveaways recently. I'm going to be getting a big batch of them again soon, so they'll start going in there. There will also be a limited edition sticker, which I've designed, which is, I think, is really cool. So there won't be many of them, but I'll be doing that as well. So thank you so much, BBA guys in the chat. You can see Ian Atterbury's link. Once again, he doesn't make YouTube channels, but he's a legend within the community. Rightfully called the Sniper. Go and subscribe to him. Yeah, so it's 9 o'clock, guys. I want to spend the last few minutes really wrapping this up. Yeah, do you have any questions? Anything at all you want to go through before we wrap up? Hello.
I was gonna say, who's that to
sorry.
us or the chat?
You, mate.
No, I'm good, mate. I was just pouring myself another drink. Is what I was doing.
Yeah. What about you, Alan, mate? Anything you want to talk about at all?
Well, I kind of briefly showed this on camera. This is my only proof gold coin. It's a 2025 quarter ounce kookaburra.
Pull it further back a little bit, mate. Bit more. Yeah, that's it.
That's my only proof coin that I own.
Yeah, it's gorgeous, man.
And it came earlier this year. It's never coming out of its box.
No, that's really nice, mate.
Thank you.
Yeah, I do like the kookaburras. So yeah, last 10 minutes, guys. Still checking the chat. We are going to close things off shortly. So a big thank you to everyone that joined. Oh my God.
He's a charm.
Guys, what's going on? I'm going to have to hold this.
I think you need a new stand, mate.
Yeah, so do I. Guys, my camera stand has been an absolute disaster. I think that probably is a sign that we need to end. Yeah, I can see in the chat, Baron says, thank you, SBC, Craven, Miss Craven, Diaxus. You're very welcome. I've just spilt Coke absolutely everywhere, so I need to clean it up. Great couple of hours passed whilst building flat pack. Great show, great guest. Well done, SBC. Thank you so much, Daxus Silver. Yeah, guys, I'm going to have to wrap this up here. I'm so sorry. I'm going to have to end this a little bit early. I've just spilt drink absolutely everywhere.
At least it's not red wine this time.
I'm going to say, at least it's not on your coins, mate. Or you are in trouble.
Yeah, well, yeah, exactly. Queen Nettie just said you need a tripod. I've got a tripod, but I basically I put basically loads of boxes on top of each other to get the height better, and it just wasn't staying up tonight. So yeah, that happened. But Diaxus, Scottish Bullion Collector, both of you, thank you so much for joining me tonight. It's been a real pleasure having you on.
I really enjoyed it, mate. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. What's that there? Yeah. Okay. Move that. Just stopping it dripping. What an absolute disaster, eh? But yeah, I've really enjoyed this, guys, in the chat. Thank you so much. Just another thank you. 54 likes. Really do appreciate all your support. Brilliant. Well done to Miss Craven on winning the 1 ounce silver bar donated by Alan. Thanks so much, mate. And Baron Bamsky, massive well done, mate. You won. So we're going to leave it there, guys. Thank you very, very much. It's been a pleasure. And yeah, I will see you in the next one. I'm going to go and clean up my desk. Take care.
I'll catch you all soon, guys.
Catch you later, guys.